Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is set to introduce many different aspects to the Star Wars franchise that fans have never seen before on the big screen in Star Wars film history. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. So what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that we do know that J.J. Abrams is really going to evolve the concept of lightsaber duels, space battles, and land battles in this film that's really going to set itself apart from both The Last Jedi and The Force Awakens. And I think that's one of the more exciting things about this movie is that it's really going to be very action-packed and is going to be treated as a war to end all wars and an all-out war. Now these past couple of weeks or so we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very exciting for Episode 9. Now specifically, shot descriptions consisting of both Kylo Ren and Rey engaging in a lightsaber duel, where it's described that they are on top of Kylo Ren's destroyed shuttle on top of a landing pad, where the saber moves exchanged between the two are said to be brutal and powerful. One of the sequences is said to involve a moment where both Rey and Kylo Ren clash their lightsabers together, where they are now fighting inside of the first Death Star in the same location that both Obi-Wan and Vader fought in. Many backflips and front flips, as well as other prequel trilogy choreography, is said to be exchanged where they clash their sabers again, and are said to now be fighting in the middle of Mos Eisley Spaceport on Tatooine, that fans first saw in Star Wars A New Hope. During this segment, it is described that Rey has the upper hand against Kylo Ren, where she is able to force push him into a wall, where as he crashes into the wall, Kylo is now in the Echo base location, where Rey eventually comes through one of the tunnels, where they resume their lightsaber duel. The flash fights by J.J. Abrams are said to be inspired by the film Inception by Christopher Nolan, where many unique angles are also performed by the cameramen and the practical effects of the sets and certain filming techniques. So let's go over a couple of parts about this, because we do know that Episode 9 really is going to evolve the concept of flash fights and exactly what JJ wants to do in order to really top the Anakin versus Obi-Wan lightsaber duel, which honestly I'm not quite sure if it's going to top it. We'll have to wait and see. But with that being said, nonetheless, I'm very excited about all this and all of the different locations that's going to be revisited during their flash fights in the third act of this movie. Now, the first piece that I do want to go over that stands out to me the most is where Rey and Kylo Ren are said to be fighting in the middle of Mos Eisley Spaceport, where she is said to have the upper hand and uses the force push technique, where Kylo Ren is said to crash into a wall. And as he crashes into the wall, it's described that he literally is sucked into the Echo base location on the world of Hoth. Now, you can see how they are using a lot of inspirational material from the movie Inception. It's said that they are using a lot of inspirational material from Inception by Christopher Nolan in order to make the flash fights somewhat very immersive and somewhat of a surreal experience when fans go ahead and see this thing in 3D. Now, there's a lot of different angles that are going to be performed in this movie, a lot of upside-down sequences, a lot of angled sequences, and sideways stuff. I mean, it's really going to be a thrill. And we actually got a little glimpse of this on the art book of the Rise of Skywalker. You guys may or may not have seen it, but on the cover of the art book of Episode 9, you will see that Kylo Ren is upside down and Rey is in a normal stance where she's fighting against Kylo Ren. So you can really see how a lot of the inspirational material of Inception is really coming into play here. Now, the other piece that I do want to go over is how one of the other scenes before all of this is actually said to take place in a lightsaber duel between both Rey and Kylo Ren, where they are actually said to be in a moment where a lot of backflips and front flips are being performed inside of the first Death Star location, where both Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi once fought in Star Wars A New Hope. So that is yet again another iconic moment in the Star Wars franchise that will be revisited in Episode 9 between both Rey and Kylo Ren. In fact, even Daisy Ridley expressed her enthusiasm about the lightsaber duel just about 3 days ago when she spoke to USA Today, that it's a great fight and a great fight. She said it 3 times, just like that. And I think that tells us right then and there, you know, what this duel really is all about. It's about a trip down memory lane and showing us all of the iconic moments of course, episodes 1 through 8, and leading all the way into 9. That is the culmination of the Skywalker saga. So what do I think about this? Well, I think it's a very impressive thing by J.J. Abrams to really be so ambitious to mix force bonds and flashbacks and flash forwards and lightsaber duels into one major scene that's really going to pretty much mark itself down as something very original that we the fans have never seen before in a Star Wars movie to date. Neither in Legends or canon material. We haven't seen something like this, at least to my knowledge. And I think that's a really great thing by JJ. He's trying to innovate, he's trying to become a pioneer when it comes to how certain lightsaber duels can really be done. Anyways guys, drop a comment below, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.